Once upon a time, in a bustling city nestled amidst the vast desert, there lived a poor and humble man named Hassan. Hassan eked out a meager living by selling trinkets to passers-by, hoping to provide for his family's basic needs. Despite his hardships, Hassan never lost his kind heart and unwavering optimism. In the same city, a magnificent camel named Sahara stood tall and proud, the epitome of grace and beauty. Sahara belonged to a wealthy merchant who paraded her through the streets, showing off her majestic presence and luxurious adornments. The camel became a symbol of the merchant's wealth and status, while Hassan's humble presence often went unnoticed by the city's bustling crowds. One scorching summer day, fate intervened in a most unexpected way. As the wealthy merchant rode Sahara through the city's bustling market, a sudden commotion broke out. A stray cart veered out of control, causing chaos and confusion. In the midst of the chaos, Sahara broke free from her reins and dashed off into the desert, leaving the merchant stunned and helpless. Lost and disoriented, Sahara roamed the vast dunes, her elegant coat now covered in sand and her spirit shattered. The desert was unforgiving, and hunger and exhaustion soon took hold of the once proud camel. Sahara's magnificent presence had faded into a mere shadow of her former self. Meanwhile, on the outskirts of the city, Hassan struggled to make ends meet. He longed for a way to provide a better life for his family, but opportunities were scarce. One fateful evening, as he trudged back home with weary steps, Hassan spotted a feeble figure in the distance. Drawing closer, he discovered Sahara, emaciated and on the brink of collapse. Filled with compassion, Hassan approached the ailing camel and offered her a handful of the meager food he had left for himself. Sahara's eyes spoke volumes, revealing her gratitude for this small act of kindness. Recognizing the opportunity to turn his fortunes around, Hassan decided to help Sahara regain her strength and bring her back to the city. Day by day, Hassan nursed Sahara back to health, tending to her wounds and ensuring she had enough food and water. As Sahara's strength returned, so did her majestic presence. News of the poor man who had saved the once glorious camel began to spread throughout the city, capturing the attention and curiosity of its inhabitants. Word reached the wealthy merchant about Sahara's return and the humble man who had shown her kindness. Consumed by guilt and the fear of losing face, the merchant sought out Hassan. With a heavy heart, he apologized for his previous disregard and expressed his gratitude for saving Sahara's life. In a surprising turn of events, the merchant, touched by Hassan's noble character, decided to reward him generously. He offered to set up a small shop for Hassan in the heart of the city, providing him with a steady income and a chance to build a better life for his family. With the merchant's support, Hassan's humble shop flourished. People from far and wide were drawn not only by the trinkets he sold but also by the heartwarming story of compassion and resilience that had unfolded between a poor man and a majestic camel. Hassan's kindness had not only transformed Sahara's life but had also sparked a wave of empathy and goodwill within the city. The tale of the camel and the poor man became a timeless legend, reminding all who heard it of the power of compassion and the potential for transformation, regardless of one's station in life. Loving community that embraced her with open hearts. Sahara became a symbol of resilience and second chances, inspiring many to look beyond appearances and extend kindness to those in need. As the years went by, Hassan's humble shop became a gathering place for storytellers, artists, and those who sought inspiration. People would gather around, sharing tales of compassion and generosity, their voices mingling with the sounds of laughter and joy. The city's reputation grew, attracting visitors from far and wide who sought not only its material treasures but also the intangible wealth of human spirit and compassion. Hassan's family thrived alongside the flourishing city. His children received an education, and his wife, Aisha, no longer had to worry about the daily sustenance. The family's gratitude overflowed, and they made it a mission to give back to their community, following in Hassan's footsteps of kindness and compassion. Sahara, too, found contentment in her newfound life. No longer confined to the trappings of wealth and status, She roamed the desert with a newfound sense of freedom, occasionally returning to the city to visit her dear friend Hassan and bask in the warmth of his love and care. Together, they became a symbol of the enduring bond between humans and animals, a testament to the power of empathy and the ability to transform lives. The legend of the camel and the poor man spread far and wide, transcending borders and cultures. People from distant lands traveled to the city, not only to witness the grandeur of Sahara and the prosperity it had brought, but also to learn from the lessons woven within the tale. The story became a beacon of hope and inspiration, reminding all who heard it that compassion and kindness had the power to bridge gaps, transform lives, and unite even the most diverse of communities. And so, the legacy of Hassan, Sahara, and their extraordinary bond endured for generations, etching their story into the annals of history. The city thrived, not just in material abundance, but in the richness of human connection and the spirit of compassion that filled its streets. And all who heard the tale of the camel and the poor man were reminded that in the vast tapestry of life, the smallest acts of kindness could create ripples of change that would resonate throughout time. And so, dear reader, we come to the end of our story, where the camel and the poor man's tale leaves an indelible mark on our hearts. It reminds us that in a world often divided by differences, kindness and compassion have the power to bridge those divides and create a tapestry of unity. The story of Hassan and Sahara teaches us that true wealth lies not in material possessions or status, but in the depth of our character and the empathy we extend to others. It reminds us that each one of us has the capacity to make a difference, no matter our circumstances. May the legend of the camel and the poor man inspire us all to see beyond appearances, to embrace the power of empathy, and to reach out with open hearts to those in need. For it is through acts of kindness that we can create a more compassionate world, where the beauty of our shared humanity shines bright, like a desert oasis, guiding us toward a future filled with hope, understanding, and love. And so, let us carry the spirit of Hassan and Sahara within us, and may their story forever remind us that even the smallest acts of kindness can change lives and transform the world.